What's up, football fans? It is your boy, the handsome man. We're about to start baking up some football today. We're doing the Browns today. They have a really interesting roster, and they could probably go far. They got a lot of free agents that I'm pretty like. They got some good ones, and then they got one guy that's like everyone's like on. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Let's start off with my big old dude right here, Joe Bitonio. This guy is a legend. Been there forever. Freaking, I think he didn't even get to play in the playoffs or something like that when they finally got there. I can't remember if he did. Maybe he played one game, but keep him for as long as you can. He's gonna be a solid lineman for you guys, unless you like he retires. I say keep him till he retires. Chris Blewett, all you gotta do is practice your field goals. Don't. Yeah, that's kind of a bad last name, especially to be a kicker. All right, so Jamarcus Bradley, that guy I have not heard of, but with this receiving room now, it's probably going to be an uphill battle for that guy. He is 25. Uh, they say Cleveland free agent. That's what it is? Original team. So yep, he has an uphill battle. It could be special teams, anything. I don't know, but you never know with some of these guys. Jacoby Brissett. Here we go. So who knows what happens with Baker Mayfield, right? I don't. I don't think they're gonna keep him on the roster because if they sign Jacoby Brissett and Deshaun Watson, then Baker Mayfield is probably out the door. Probably get some picks from him or something. Jacob Jacoby's a pretty good backup, but I think it's obvious Deshaun's gonna be starting, unless he's suspended, I guess. But then it'll be Jacoby. Or maybe they're keeping Baker until that is figured out, and Baker will be the backup. Or he'll get traded before this is even uploaded. Who knows? Free agency this year is wild. Tayden Brian, I don't really know. I guess he was on Jacksonville originally. That's wild. If you could get some use out of him, that's good to get. I think they lost Larry Ogunjobi. He's supposed to go to the Bears, but he failed his physical, so I don't think. Who knows where Larry's gonna go? Um, we're gonna have to, or they're gonna have to make sure they got like good depth behind their D line. That's so that guy could be a good solid acquisition. And yeah. Sorry, I got a phone call at the end of that sentence there. I had to pause. But so we're at Tayden Brian, and that dude, if he could produce, that's all you really need is a guy who can produce. It's not about big name value sometimes. Harrison Bryant, want to say I know, but with them getting rid of Austin Hooper, I forgot where Hooper went, but I don't think they have Austin Hooper anymore. So Harrison Bryant, maybe it's his time to shine. Him and David Njoku, who they franchise tagged, I think they could shine. Steven Carlson, maybe he's a free agent. I don't know if he's a blocker or a catcher, but if they also could get a blocking tight end, that could be nice. Cause David Njoku, Harrison Bryant, and if this guy could be a good, that's the three you need. Or like Forrestal Miller, I've never heard of this guy, but he is a rookie. So whatever three, I feel like they should only have three or four tight ends depending on injuries. But I don't know if you have some solid, let's say one blocker, one catcher, and one kind of both is my ideal situation. But I don't know. I think they got a good tight end room. Carlton Joseph. I don't know. No wait, punter? No. All right, Nick Chubb. I don't know what else I could say about Nick Chubb. That dude's a beast. Him and Kareem Hunt were killing it back to back, like both of them. Or Ernest Johnson, I think was the other guy. They 1-2 punch with Nick Chubb as your leader. That's a really good running back room. Um, I don't know if they'll have Kareem Hunt back. Or I don't know if they'll trade him or what his deal was. But if they have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt going back to back again, I think that was pretty solid, honestly. Jadeveon Clowney, I don't think is gonna be here. He might be out the door. Uh, I think he's kind of a failure after Houston. He did really good in Houston and then bounced around and just couldn't make it anywhere. He couldn't find a place to call home. Dustin Colquitt, same thing. He's probably gone. He didn't really bounce around. I don't think. I I think he's been here for a little while now, but maybe they'll re-sign him. They probably don't have another one, but I feel like they probably won't re-sign him. You know why? Why kind of would they? Jack Conklin, really good lineman. Really glad they got him. Um, he's what's it? I wanted, yeah, Tennessee. I was thinking he was on Tennessee before I even looked at that. So he on Tennessee, or in Tennessee, he was really solid. I'm the Browns got a really good line. Not even gonna lie. Mari Cooper, wild. I wish they didn't let Jarvis Landry go, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. But you got Amari Cooper. That's wild. That Amari Cooper is what, top 10 receiver in the league? I don't want to say top 5 because I mean he could be top 5, but he's a really good receiver right there. But I don't know. Top 10 would probably be a safer spot for him though. And then so with him being like a top 10 type, they also got Jakeem Grant down here. That's a pretty solid addition. I always liked Jakeem Grant. He'd always be like the good receiver on a bad team in a way that would what he reminded me of. So I think with him, Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples Jones, uh, is that wow? I can't even think of the other one because I was wanting to say Jarvis Landry, but he got released. Well, those three are a solid three just themselves, so they got a pretty good receiving core. Sheldon Day is another one of those guys that I keep thinking is a lot older than he is. Like 27, and he's really good to have. Like, if you could have Sheldon Day as a D line, not like he's a good D line. I always think he's a solid dude to have there. So that's a good. There's not much more to say about him. He's just a solid guy to have on your line. Grant Dale Pitt, I think he's been getting hurt a lot. I like these two. Did he get hurt both years or just maybe not? But I don't know if we've seen his full potential. I think he has such a high ceiling. He could do a lot. He's gonna be a big name in the safety game if he could stop getting hurt. Michael Dunn, I don't really know. I feel bad. Jordan Elliott, I don't really know. But I like that. They're pretty young. They got a shot. If they're good, they're good. And if they're a little older and good, they're still good. Demetric Felton, I don't know. But with that running back room, he's going to have to do good. Tony Fields. I think I know Tony Fields. Maybe not. He's a rookie. They got good. I don't know. If you get hit on these rookies and they develop and take over for some of the other guys, with Joe Schober not here anymore, you gotta get some guys to fill in. They did get Chase Winovich to fill in down on the line, so that could be a really underrated move. I really like Chase Winovich from the Patriots. He didn't work out too well, but he was solid. He wasn't like horrible. But Drew Forbes, I don't really know. Apologize. I don't know this guy either. And I don't know this guy. But we all know Myles Garrett. So Myles Garrett and Chase Winovich, and if they do resign Jadeveon Clowney, which I'm not sure, that could be good. But Jadeveon Clowney could already be gone by now. So Myles Garrett, Chase Winovich, get yourself another end. I think they need Chase Winovich might not be the answer to put on the opposite. So they need another big time pass rusher. Myles Garrett's amazing, but what happens when they start triple teaming him? And Larry Ogunjobi's gone. Sheldon Day's good, but it's like you got 2 or 3 on Myles. Sheldon Day could get double teamed. what's that? It'd probably be 2 and 2, and then the third guy gets your other guy. I don't know. Just spitballing. But I don't know. I feel like they need just one more guy. They got solid dudes. They just need one more guy. Jakeem Grant, really good. Already talked about him. They got AJ Green, the cornerback. That's cool. I didn't know there was an AJ Green, the cornerback. Hopefully he has the same kind of career. But as a cornerback, I don't know. They do need cornerbacks to step up though. With Denzel Ward, that's the only one, and like Greedy Williams, I think. Those are the only ones I can think of. And Greedy, I think, gets hurt too. So they need corners to step up. And if AJ Green could be the other AJ Green, then that's just Green. Nick Guegamos, I do not know him, but they do have a crowded tight end room. I think I talked about him a little bit. But if he could be good, then keep him. Gustin Porter, I do not know. Maybe he could be the guy. Trey Harbison, do not know. Nick Harris, do not know. Somehow. Ronnie Harrison, I feel like I know him. I want to say I know him, but if you got, I think they got enough to let him go. And free agency in the draft, they could let him go. Like, yeah. Troy Hill, I do know him, but it sucks that he's 30. They need to probably maybe have him traded. Chris Hubbard, they did just resign. That was a solid resign. He is 30, but that's a solid resign. You can't go wrong with that. Hudson James, a nice young tackle. Hopefully he develops, into what he needs to be. Kareem Hunt, long snapper. Charles, I do not know him. I need to do a long snapper video one of these days. Kareem Hunt is, like I already said, if he could stay not hurt, him and Nick Chubb could tear up that backfield. Malik Jackson, I think he might already be gone. If I'm wrong, I don't know. But he was all right. Andy Janovich, this guy's a legend. Best fullback in the league. Keep him until he retires, or let him go back to the Broncos and retire. Best fullback in the league right there. Ernest Johnson, when he came in and played pretty good. You can't say he did not. I would like him to stay my third running back, though. I would like to keep him there, which he probably is, but that's awesome. John Johnson was a good pickup. That's all. I couldn't think of their other safety, and it's John Johnson. So that's why you don't really need a safety in a way. You could use probably another corner and a guy rushing the quarterback. But, who needs those? They got good ones, but just one more solid piece. John Kelly, I do not know. That could be, I think Ernest Johnson could probably beat him out, just on paper. Baker Mayfield, who the heck knows where he's going. I want to see him go somewhere that, he could kind of win for the starter. I want to see him play not hurt. Everyone knows he was playing hurt. So, Seahawks, see if he's better than Drew Lock. Cardinals as a backup, see if he could even beat out or light a fire under Kyler Murray. Maybe not Cardinals. I'm just thinking of bird teams. Falcons. Okay. Tag McKinley. Oh, no. Malik McDowell. He could probably, I think, step up and be another missing piece that I didn't think about. Now that I think about it. If he could actually, he is 25, but he's still got some time to actually, I feel pretty high on him. Even though he might not have done much or be a big name, unless he is, and he has. But I do like him. Tack McKinley, I kind of wish the Falcons kept him. But, I don't know. He's kind of he is a replaceable guy. If that was a guy they were able to keep and trade or something, that'd be awesome. Keep him for a while, see what he has, trade him later. Or maybe even trade him now if you can. Or just get rid of him. It's sad, but I don't know if he's replaceable. Or he is replaceable. Okay. I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. I don't know these guys. I do know David Moore. I don't know David Moore. I was thinking the receiver, but it's a guard. There's another David Moore that's a receiver. But I don't know. I like these guys being young. They could develop, do what they want. Nick Mullins, that's a good, I guess that would be their third quarterback or fourth. He'll probably be released or something or traded or something because they have a lot of quarterbacks at the moment. Oh, speaking of quarterbacks, Case Keenum got traded. So he's on the Bills for a 7th-round pick. So I guess that takes away a quarterback. Nick Mullins could be there instead of him. Greg Newsome, I liked the pick. Really solid pick. I think he'll be a star. I think he'll be a freaking star in the league, and that's crazy. The Browns are making a push, I think, for the Super Bowl. They failed their expectations last 2 seasons, and so they made an all-out push this season to see what's up. And they're like, they knew Baker was kind of a problem. He was a bit of a problem in that offense. So they should have even played him hurt, though, and who knows whose fault that was, but he was a bit of a liability there, so I don't blame them for moving on. You can't blame them for wanting to get a top 5 quarterback in the league, but he does have off the field issues, and who knows what all that could lead to. In the locker room, especially. But Elijah, I don't know this guy. David Njoku, franchise tagged, really solid. I'm glad they kept him in the building. I would have liked to see him play like somewhere that needed a tight end. Like if he would have got free, and with Denver releasing or trading Noah Fant, he would have been an awesome Denver tight end. But I'm glad Browns kept him. I don't know how to say this guy's name. I know it's like Afedi. I don't know. But I like him. JOK, he was a great pick. This team is so ready to go to the Super Bowl on paper. It's insane. Great pick. Even in performance, a lot of these guys put up. Donovan Peoples-Jones, all he does is catch deep balls. I had him in fantasy, man. This guy is a legend. He will probably, I think, he might get a contract after his is up. Not like a big one, but he'll probably get a solid one. You know, he'll probably be around for a while. I like him. He performs. He's catching the deep balls. He's reliable. Solid. Jacob Phillips, I do not know. Anthony Schwartz, I do not know. I want to say with their linebacking core real quick. They did re-sign Anthony Walker Jr., but I think they might need another linebacker. Like right outside, left outside. They need like linebackers a little bit more. I'm glad they kept Anthony Walker, but I don't know. They got Satoni Taki down here. He's pretty good. And if they Tech might not be expendable. I mean, like he is. You could use like they need an upgrade, for sure. But it's like, man, they might not have much options. I think they need to draft and develop a linebacker for sure. It's not like terribly important, but on this looking at the defense, yeah. Offense, you could probably only use maybe a line. Even though they do have a pretty solid line, but with you letting JC Treader go and a couple of your guys getting old, you need to get some developed talent, And like not old as in like old, but like old as in sports wise. But okay. Anthony Schwartz, I haven't heard much about him. Malcolm Smith, I haven't heard much about him either. You don't need Johnny Stanton when you already have Andy Janovich, so he's gone. Ryan Switzer, haven't heard of him. I already talked about Satoni. Alex Taylor, I haven't heard of him. I like that they do have a really young roster. Like out of all these guys, only one guy is 32 and he's going to be a free agent. So that's also what's crazy. This roster could be around for a while. That's insane. They probably should keep Tack. Now I think about it. Denzel Ward is an amazing pickup. So glad they got him. That was insane. Deshaun Watson, he could take this team far, and it won't even be just him. Of course, with that defense, with that run game, it's not even going to be just him. He could just not turn the ball over, and they'll be fine. But I don't know. It's hard to like him. It's hard to even root for him. But you root for the rest of these guys. All these guys are amazing. Besides one bad seed, you know what I mean? But Curtis Weaver, good old young DN, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully he's good. Dexter Williams, they got a loaded running back room. I don't know if they need that much running backs, maybe for injuries. Greedy Williams, really, really good pickup back when it happened. They got a lot of good freaking talent in the secondary. It's insane. They just need a couple backers, some linemen, and they needed a quarterback, and they got it. They needed a couple receivers, and they got it. Maybe just one more. They got a loaded freaking roster. That's insane. Jedrick Wills. What, like, my God. If J.C. Treader was just a little younger and didn't get let go and was still here, freaking probably top 5 line right there. Top 5. Chase Vinovich, good, solid acquisition. Already talked about him. Great acquisition. But, yeah, I think that's pretty much all. And I heard Jarvis Landry could even come back because they were in a dispute with Baker or something, and that's why he wanted to leave. But who knows what happens there? That could just be a little white lie. I don't know. I read that or heard that somewhere in a thing. So who knows if that's even real or not. But that has been the Browns roster and their free agency moves. What a wild time this is. There's a lot of stuff that's happening. I'm going to go through the rest of the team soon. And stay tuned. Hope y'all enjoyed. And I'll catch y'all in the next team. I'm going to finish out the division and then move on. Later.